Hello you gorgeous donuts. Today we're going to be looking at where famous British memes are today. Some of your favourite memes have become absolute stars and some of them have fell further than they ever were before. And there's one update of a meme in this video that genuinely will leave you gobsmacked, so stay tuned for that. Now the first meme we're going to be looking at is the Wealdstone Raider. If you haven't seen this guy, this was the original video that blew up.
You've got no friends. You don't know drowned.
The Oaks are playing well, I'm telling you.
Well, you want some?
Hey?
You want some?
Well, the Oaks are playing well,
You want some or what?
Are you ready?
You want some
They're
or what?
fantastic. They're fantastic.
You're playing because you've got no friends.
What
And
do
you're
you-
a load of wankers. If you want some, I'll give it you. You want to do with me?
Someone come and collect that grand now, will they? That must have been his first beer, right? Acting hard, as we all do when we get our first sip of alcohol, threatening to beat people up. I love how football just turns some men just insane, like they lose their minds, like all logic just goes out the window. Like, why was he so, like, aggressive straight away? The guy wasn't even aggressive to him. It's like he's saying to the other team they've got no fans. Genuinely, it's not like your team has got so many fans here as well. There's so much space. It's not like you're selling out this ground either, sir. How about you look a little bit closer to home? He definitely went home and told his wife, oh, honestly, the amount of people that are battered today, you wouldn't believe it, love. You wouldn't believe the stories if I told you. It was like Green Street out there, and I was the main character. Danny Dyer's got nothing on me. I can tell this guy's favourite actor is Danny Dyer. Like, whatever movie Danny Dyer's in, this guy absolutely loves it. Now, after this video was taken, normally a video like this would just be lost in the depths of time. It would get swallowed by the next famous meme that comes along. However, the Wealdstone Raider actually made a career off this video. So in the short term, people out and about were just finding this man and repeating his line back to him.
If you want some,
I'll give it you.
my guy, tell him.
If you want some, we'll give it you.
You tell him.
I love how the bloke's got like one line and he's just using it as much as he can. Go on, sir. I respect the hustle.
You want some, do ya? I'll
You
give
wanna
it ya.
mate? You want some? I'll give it you.
Mate, you got no grand.
You got no friends. The boarding.
Is that the ball, chum?
Yeah. You got no friends. You want some? We'll deal with you. You want some?
Where does this guy hired him to promote his business? This is genius. Also, I love that the Wealdstone Raider has got like a little bit of like production knowledge in him. He was like, wait a minute, mate. Right, let's go here. We're getting the logo in the back. Like, do you even run a business? Don't worry, I'll handle it. I'll take over. And this fame that he somehow accumulated from this video led him to doing a UK tour of nightclubs. The guy just got angry at a football game. Now he's getting paid a couple of grand to turn up at a nightclub and clap. What is life? Like, what actually is this world that we're on right now? Is that the sign of a good night? Like, you know, if you found out the Wealdstone Raider was coming to a nightclub near you, would you revolve your night around going there? I feel like I would. Being in the front row, just clapping along with the Wealdstone Raider, that's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. That's like seeing the pyramids in Egypt. You just have to do it once.
Have you got any friends?
Liverpool.
He's got no friends. He's a big boy. But I sit down and deal with it. You want some or what?
One thing I'm gonna give to this guy, he's really taken this in his stride. Like a lot of people, when they go viral, we've seen in the last video we did where we talk about how some of the memes kind of feel uncomfortable getting recognized. He's just having a laugh with it, and I really like that because it shows this isn't like weighing down too much on his mental health too much. He's loving it. And because everyone was kind of talking about him, he started doing loads of brand partnerships, which I imagine he made a canny bit of money from. Sorry, Lewis.
To all you builders or anyone doing an outside event, come to Surrey Use. We've got toilets. You want some? We'll deal with you.
This is so good. I love that any opportunity that has came his way, he's went, yeah. Just yes, a yes policy to everything. I love it. You want us to promote some Portaloos? F it. How much are you giving us? I'll do it. It's just hilarious to me that, like, you know, people that are event planning will come across this TikTok and go, well, the Wealdstone Raider's recommending these Portaloos, so if he likes them, what's everyone else's excuse? He even did a brand deal for a Tyson Fury fight.
You want some? You think you deal with me?
No, definitely not.
You want some?
Bille,
Get him.
hast du kein...
He's the one who wants some.
Nein,
You want some or no?
hast du gemacht? Machst du gleich.
Get him. Get him.
He has the easiest content ever. He doesn't even have to rehearse any lines. He just comes into a place, says one line, and then goes, alright, that's me done then. See you later, guys. Right, after the next one. It's unbelievable. He even collabed with somebody we covered in the last Legendary Memes update video, the fish and rice cake man, who, by the way, I have bought one of your cakes, Daddy, and they have not arrived. I wanted to try it in this video. Where is it? I'm salivating at the mouth for one of these rice cakes. It better arrive before we do the next installment, because I need to try it in a video.
So today I met the Wealdstone Raider, Gordon, for a day out. Oh, bloody...
Genuinely, like, two powerful memes hugging like this. This is like two tectonic plates clashing. Like, the ripple effect of this hug on the world needs to be studied. Also, has the fish and rice cake man got the guy from Step Brothers tattooed on him? They should have met and went, you have to call me Dragon. You have to call me Nighthawk.
Love this guy. First, we went to the gym.
Go, Gordon. Come on.
I'm getting him summer ready, guys. He's gonna look sick.
I think this is the most disturbing video I've seen yet from the Wealdstone Raider. Sorry, who goes to the gym in jeans? That is a man that can't be trusted. That is a man you don't turn your back to. That is a man that knows no boundaries. Go to the gym in bright blue jeans. Lock your doors, guys. The UK is not safe anymore. There's a man on the loose. What is really nice is the effect of the Wealdstone Raiders' fame has had a huge impact on the small club that he supported. They've now jumped up a couple of leagues and their players get paid more, and it has like a direct correlation to the Wealdstone Raider bringing attention to the club, meaning they could bring in more revenue. So this is like a really nice effect of a meme going viral. He's literally improved other people's lives, and he's still going to the games. It looks like being famous has not affected this man negatively in any way, which is so nice.
If you want some, 8 PM tomorrow, I will give it to you.
One thing you've got to say, that club definitely has fans now. That is rammed. Packed, you could say. I wonder if he does like meet and greets. Like when you buy your ticket, you can pay an extra £5 and you get a photo with the Wealdstone Raider. Come on, guys. We need to get this sorted. Hire us as your business manager. Next up, we have the man, the myth, the legend, Ronnie Pickering. After we did the first video, this man was requested so much to get an update on him. And I've done research and I've got it for you. So if you don't know who Ronnie Pickering is, he basically became famous by being like an angry driver.
I'll go when the cars have gone.
Why is he beeping him? Like, do you want him to kill himself? Like, genuinely, like, he's waiting for the cars to go. Do you want him to, like, play with death? Play chicken here? What a bellend.
There's no need for that. What? You Come on, who are you then?
Ronnie Pickering.
Who?
Ronnie Pickering.
Who?
Ronnie Pickering.
Who the f*** that?
Yeah, me.
Every time I watch that video. Who the f***'s that? It's just perfect. Oh, me tummy's hurting. Me tummy's actually hurting from laughing. It's how angry he gets. It's just hilarious. I'm Ronnie Pickering. I'm f***ing Ronnie Pickering. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you.
Why?
Because you're an idiot.
Why am I?
Look at this woman. This woman is just rethinking every life choice she's ever made to end up in the car with the Ronnie Pickering. She's like trying to like take herself out of the situation. This reminds us of when you would go to your friend's house when you were younger and the mom or dad was like screaming and shouting at them and you're just there like... This man is so angry, and for such a little reason. Like, I've got to say, people that get, like, this kind of road rage, it's a little bit of an ick. Like, why are you getting so angry? Like, so angry. Genuinely, at this point, I honestly believe Ronnie Pickering feels like he could fight a bear and win. Now, of course, because of how wild this video was, it went so viral, like, genuinely got millions upon millions of views. Everyone knew about Ronnie Pickering at the time. And some of the memes that straight away came out of this video were so funny.
You got.
To be fair, Ronnie Pickering is so much scarier than that clown. Put me in a room with Pennywise and Ronnie Pickering. I'm going home with Pennywise 3 times out of 3. Now, finding stuff out about Ronnie Pickering was so difficult. I feel like he's tried to just kind of stay off the internet since this incident occurred. Little did he know this would change the trajectory of his life forever. But I have found some things. So he did an interview with the Hull Daily Mail. I know, a very prestigious media outlet here. He said that the guy wanted a reaction reaction and he got one. The video was heavily edited. The footage of him winding me up wasn't there at all. He edited much of himself out and made it look like he was the victim. To be honest, I was just spouting a lot of gobbledygook. I said things I wouldn't normally say. I now wish I never said all that, but what can you do? Even if he didn't include the moments of him winding you up, you can't blame this, like, your downfall on this being heavily edited. We seen in 4K. Your reaction was wild, sir. I love that he's blaming it on the edit and that's why he looked bad. To be fair, I'd say the same as well. So is the bloody editors, is that right, Turner? God, can I trust none of them? Now, one really upsetting thing I did find out is Ronnie Pickering's actually been beat up a couple of times because of going viral. Also, in the last few years, he was seen beating up a drug dealer on his local street, which, I mean, if this kind of was his arc to becoming like Batman, like going out in the night and beating people up, destroying people's futures, I'm kind of here for it, right? Fair play, fella. I love in this article it says, some people still come up to me and say, do you know who I am? But I don't mind. I have a laugh about it. Genuinely, like, I feel like if you're going up to Ronnie Pickering and saying, do you know who I am? You have got balls. Because I just feel like he'd punch you straight in the face. Like, if I saw Ronnie Pickering out and about, I'm not going up to him. Like, I just don't want to kind of involve myself in that kind of situation. I don't know what he's capable of. The man's beating up drug dealers in his spare time, for Christ's sake. And somehow, when I was deep into researching Ronnie Pickering, I found an apology video from the person that did beat him up.
Is there a message to Mr. Pickering?
Yeah, just, if I see you, I'll see you, I apologise to you. Want no intentions or anything. I didn't know anyone was there videoing it, and obviously I can't delete anything from that.
Okay, just going back to one of my earlier questions, some people might be saying, might be wondering whether you did this because it was Ronnie Pickering to gain you know, some kind of fame out of it. What would you say to that?
The people, I've seen some of the comments, people are saying it was a cheap shot and it was a setup. It wasn't a setup, it wasn't a cheap shot. It wasn't for any fame, because I'm not like that.
Yeah, of course not, fella. That's why you're doing a recorded interview and posting it on TikTok. You definitely don't want any followers off this. Why would you punch Ronnie Pickering? I mean, don't answer that, actually. There is probably a couple of reasons after that video. But don't punch him. Like, it was a funny video. Right, there's no need to attack this man. He got a bit of road rage when he was in his Picasso with his wife. Haven't we all? Now that the dust has kind of settled on that video, it's been reported in The Independent that Ronnie Pickering could possibly be on Celebrity Big Brother this year, which is just mental considering the fact he just became famous off one video. I'm kind of here for it, though. I feel like he'd be, you know, I want to see someone with a bit of anger in there. Someone where people are scared to be around them. Imagine being locked in a house with Ronnie Pickering with nowhere to go. Now that is content. It's almost like a real life Five Nights at Freddy's. Also seen that people have found his Facebook and his profile picture's just him holding a fish. Unsure if he caught it himself. He looks a lot more chill when he's not, you know, driving. That's nice. Maybe he should just stick to fishing and not driving. Stick to the seas, not the land, fella. That's where you look most at peace. Okay, next up we have the lanky nuns. This was requested too much. So this was the original video that went viral.
Who are you waiting for?
My friends?
Listen, we know you're here to see an 11-year-old girl.
She said she was 12.
Joseph, we've got the screenshots where it shows that you've been sending her pictures of your toes.
Again!
Joseph, calm down. This is already being sent to the police.
Imagine just being like the average like pedestrian going about your day walking your dog and you see this happening. Genuinely, you'd be like, what the f is going on? I didn't realize this video was a skit the first time that I watched it. Genuinely, I thought it was real and I was like so taken back by it. Now, normally when you see somebody that does skit content kind of blow up off one video, they often like become, you know, really big and you see a lot more videos from them. However, with this person, I feel like I've never seen anything else from them ever again after the Lanky Nuns video. But I did find their TikTok. This person is called Joseph Willows, I believe it's pronounced. His profile picture is him as a child, which seems quite disturbing compared to the video that we've just watched. Like, if you didn't realize this was a skit, you'd be like, Christ, this nonce is really going for it. And as I went through his videos, it's so funny because it seems like he's married to the grind of non-skits. That's an original sentence. No one has ever said that sentence before.
Excuse me, darling. You're sweet like sugar. You fancy a lick of my lolly? go on it. Have a leaf.
Like, I don't know if this guy's acting anymore. Is this not just him? The method acting has gone too far. This is what he's just created his whole personality around now. It's like, you know, Austin Butler? After he was Elvis, he just adopted the voice. Is this what this guy's doing?
Are you Roblox King 40?
Yeah.
Well, you've been messaging my little boy on Facebook trying to sell him a bottle of Prime for £15. And it's not Prime, is it?
No.
What is it?
Piss.
It's what?
It's piss.
Married to the non-skit grind is such a weird avenue to go down. As long as he's happy though, right? As long as he's not actually doing it, right? Then that's fine by me. But it's just when you're out in the street, are people not just going to recognise you as the guy who pretends to be a nonce? What is the digital footprint here? As long as he's comfortable with it, it just seems off. It's so weird. Next up, we have Michael Rosen. Now, a lot of people might not know this person by name, but as soon as you see his face, you will recognise where he's from.
And the potato's a bit hot. So I only put a little bit on my fork and I blow till it's cool, just cool, then into the mouth. Nice. And there's my brother, he's doing the same. Till it's cool.
Sorry, what? If he tried 100 times, he couldn't hit that. Nice. Better than what he did there. Let's witness that again.
Just cool, then into the mouth. Nice.
What? Now, unfortunately, Michael Rosen's journey hasn't been as nice as other people's. He actually fell into a coma during COVID, and it was touch and go if this guy was actually going to live. Like, people didn't know about this at the time, but he was really, really struggling. It said he spent 7 weeks in intensive care, 6 of them on a ventilator, and it's basically just saying that this man was, like, really, really on the edge of death, and no one really knew about it. Now, luckily, Michael did actually survive that coma and came through well and healthy again. And one thing I never knew about this man is I thought he was just a meme, like a stock image meme from this video, but he actually has a really successful YouTube channel which is dedicated to telling bedtime stories for children. Like, the man has 813,000 subscribers. This is incredible. I never knew this. And still to this day, he just reads out his poetry and reads out children's bedtime stories. Like, this man is the sweetest soul on earth. I want to get Michael on the channel. Michael, if you watch this video, let's collab, please. He's also wrote a series of children's books as well, and it's just nice to see someone that, like, blew up off being a meme and then having a really hard time come out the back of it and still be doing really well. Like, I love stories like this. It's so good. Like the fish and the rice cake man. Like, these people would have got quite a lot of hate for blowing up as a meme, and the fact that they can, like, turn it into a positive is such a cool thing. Okay, next up we have 2 Come Dine With Me memes. Okay, so this is like a 2-parter update. The first one, the most iconic one, is Peter Marsh. Now, a lot of people will know him from this video.
You won, Jane.
Oh my god.
Enjoy the money. I hope it makes you very happy.
This clip is underrated on Peter's behalf. This is TV history. Peter got so much hate after this, but this man created culture.
Jane, take your money and get off my property.
So, well done, Jane. Thanks.
Oh, I would have loved to have been one of the producers on set at that point, knowing you're filming TV gold. It must have been unbelievable. You know you get a pay rise after this. I've actually done a full main channel video where I break down this entire week of Come Dine With Me if you want to watch it after this one. Now, often when memes blow up and the people involved are received negatively, they often kind of scour away from the internet, never be seen again. And Peter definitely tried to use this tactic. Now, I researched this guy for like maybe 2 hours and I found no interviews, nothing about him talking about the show. Like, genuinely, he just wanted to disassociate himself from the show after this. And I can see why, because I imagine the amount of messages this guy got after this wouldn't have been pretty. But I did find his LinkedIn, which is pretty crazy, and he's got over 500 connections, so quite clearly, you know, he's quite the influencer on LinkedIn. He's running the show over there. He's also got 4,000 followers. Now, on LinkedIn, I believe that's quite a lot. That's probably like, what, 40,000? On Instagram. I don't know if people are just connected with him because he was on the show or because of the work that he does. His banner says, because insight beats hindsight, and I don't know what the does that mean? You might as well just have, like, you know, live, laugh, love, or life is worth living up there, because they probably hit a little bit harder than whatever that means. He's wrote a variety of articles, some on NHS staff and COVID, some on traffic delays. I think that this guy just thought that he was better than the people on Come Dine With Me, and that's why he kind of talked down to them, because some of the stuff I'm reading from him just gives us vibes that he probably isn't the most relatable fella, if I'm being honest. I wish they did like a Come Dine With Me All-Stars series where they bring back the most iconic characters and make them compete against each other. Oh my god, that's such a good idea. Channel 4, please bring that in. Another iconic character of Come Dine With Me that went viral as a meme was this person.
See what that tastes like.
Little did he know at that point, just by putting a whisk in his mouth, he would become one of the most iconic British memes ever to exist. Why would you try it that way, man? Genuinely, like, if I was talking to someone and I went round to theirs and they were cooking for the first time and they did this, I would leave. I'd just pack my bags up and go, you know what, this is just not going to work for me. I just don't feel like we're on the same wavelength here. I don't know if I can trust you after that. Now, I found out this bloke is called Kev Riley, and he's done multiple interviews talking about blowing up as a meme because of the show.
I'm Kev Riley, and I'm best known for putting a whisk in my mouth on Come Dine With Me.
Imagine that being your claim to fame, man. It's so good. It's so harmless, but just so weird.
Hi, you alright?
Will you tell everyone why you are so famous?
Due to something that I did. Moment of madness, you might say, putting a whisk in my mouth while being filmed for Come Dine With Me. So,
absolute moment of madness. Honestly, that changed the trajectory of your life forever. People say what Raoul Moat did was a moment of madness. Take that back. Kev Riley tops that every day.
What happened with that was, I feel like the producer of the show was feeling a bit sorry for me. I'm a non-chef, non-cook, never watched Come Dine With Me in my life. I just felt they felt sorry for me. She was even helping me chop my veg up off camera and stuff like that. So then when it came to making the dessert, I was just stirring the bowl and I just shouted over to her and she turned around and I just went, with that. And then I saw the camera guy sort of laughing and etc. And then...
Wait, so you're shifting the blame here? Are you telling me that the whisk in the mouth wasn't your entire idea? Are you telling me you had accomplices in this? What? This changes everything. You weren't acting alone in this situation, sir. You've mentioned there was a woman and a man involved. How come they didn't blow up as well? Show their faces. Let the audience be the decider of their fate. He's trying to take away responsibility for putting a whisk in his own mouth.
So at what moment did you realise that this was more than just a moment on Come Dine With Me?
I went for a meal, and my meal was served, and instead of cutlery, they put 2 whisks there. I was like, and then they were coming out for selfies.
Sorry, like, if I'm paying at a restaurant and they put 2 whisks down in front of us, I'm going to be absolutely on the floor laughing. That is genuinely hilarious. Like, they serve you a curry, but instead of a knife and fork, they put 2 whisks. Are you taking the... Can I hire them as ghostwriters for this channel? Need some better jokes.
You are world famous, but you obviously still work a job. What is it that you do?
Merchant services, you know, card machines when you pay. So I provide that for businesses, and also I'm a DJ at weekends.
Sorry, you're a DJ? What, you're just whisking up the beats? Unbelievable, fella. Love that. Fred again. More like Kev Riley again, please. He's a DJ. This is so good. The fact that this man didn't have a management team who made him, like, make his own whisks is just... how did that not happen? This man should have made his own whisk company. He would have made thousands. I would have bought one just for the crack. It's like a collector's item. Should have just sold 500. Do it like a Supreme drop. Apparently he does earn quite a bit of money from Cameo, where people pay him to put the whisk back in his mouth. Genuinely, this man's had more whisks in his mouth than hot dinners at this point. Would you not just get sick of it? Anyway, guys, that is the end. If you want to watch my previous video updating you on legendary memes, click this video right here, because the ones in this were mental. Or watch one of my Come Dine With Me videos on my main channel here. And let me know if you want me to do another one of these, because there's so many memes I haven't included in this video. 4,000 likes and we'll do it, and I'll see you in the next one, donuts.
Kirkham, baby.